Good morning, everyone. It's Kathy, the Backyard Stamper, and today is Sunday, June 7th, 2026. So I don't know about you, but I am a very messy crafter. I tend to not put stuff away as I'm working on it, and when I'm scrapbooking, that gets really troublesome because sometimes my pages get bent or other things that happen. So let me just make sure my sound is off on this. There we go. Okay, so I thought I'd show you a couple of tips on how to stay organized. Let me turn a couple lights on. Oops. And I'll show you my mess. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me flip the camera. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take my face camera and just show over here. Oops. There is my mess. These are all scrapbooking pages, kits, everything. And I actually took it from my bed over there. That's a mess too. So, like I said, I am a very messy crafter. I don't want to be, but it's just the nature of the beast. All right, so we're getting a little bit more in the camera than what I would like because you can see my mess. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, you can go to this QR code to sign up for my newsletter. And if you have any questions, please email me at kathy@backyardstamper.com. And if you like any of the products today, I would love for you to order from me and support my small business. It's kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. Okay, so first thing is when I get my photographs, determine what you want to scrap. So here's a bunch that I printed out of my friend Anne and my parents for their 4th of July boat parade. And this was my parents' 65th wedding anniversary. All the cards they got. And then we went out for ice cream. Here's my parents when they got married. I made them this banner. And I don't know what that one is. So what I typically do is when I get my pictures developed, and I tend to get a bunch of developed at the same time. And if I can't tell from my computer what is a good picture, I just get them all developed. It's pennies. So then I separated them into packages. So this is my daughter's wedding. This is the reception pictures. These are family photos. These are as they got married. More, this is Marty, my husband, giving the speech. And then these are extra wedding photos. So I had quite a few. So I don't know what I'm going to use, if any of these. So I separate my photos, and the other thing I use is I use these little boxes. These are photo keepers, and I put my photos in there. So these are family shots. This is their engagement photo. Another one. So these, I'm not sure if I finished the pages or not. And then I have different ones in here. These are just random birthday pictures. So this is my birthday last year. Marty got me my favorite cookies and 6 boxes of butter so I can do my own baking. And then we went to see our daughter Amy in Maine, so I've got pictures of that. Oh, look, I labeled this one Cape Cod June 2025. If you're going to put them in sleeves, take the time to label them. It's just a sticky note. It's not any great deal. And these are leftover Grand Canyon pictures. So I have a whole bunch of these photo boxes. And this is the one that I still have to scrap. This is the party that we had for my daughter. So, but I got kind of like, I didn't want to keep scrapping that wedding because it had been going on for quite a while. So I switched up. Well, when I did that, these got tossed onto the bed instead of like put away. And I took out a new kit and made a new mess. So today, so the tips for your photographs are separate them when you get them into events or parts of the event. Label them with a sticky note. In this case, I didn't have to because I can tell that's reception. This is the wedding part. And these are my parents' miscellaneous ones that I got to do. So do that, and then see, when I threw them onto the bed, I found a bunch of miscellaneous pictures, and I don't know if I've scrapped those or not. So now I got to see what those pages are. So as you know, I've been working on scrapping my on stage, and I was using the Beach Time kit. So the kit itself, I try to keep in the package. And I didn't do all that well because I had some pages that I took out. So let me slide these back in so that I know where they are. So my kit stays together, and I also will put my photos in there. So I've got my photos. These I labeled. This is Prize Patrol. These are just friends. And I think that's all I have left to scrap. Oh, and then on my way home, I stopped and saw my son. And I put a package of flip-flops in there too. So this tells me this is ready for me to continue to work on. I got this as a swap, but it's perfect. And I want to try to put that in the book somehow. So what I should have done that day was put away my directions, all my parts and pieces, but no, I threw them on the bed. So this kit now is back where it needs to be so I can finish. And then I found all these pages on my bed. They're random. So this is my tip for you. Because I don't scrap in order, this is what led me to have pages everywhere. I was like, well, I can't put them in an album yet because what if there's a page before that? What if this? What if that? So I bought, and I used the post albums, but I bought a ring album. So the 3D ring, it's a D ring because they look like a letter D album. Let me just push this up a little bit so I can get my whole book in. There. Okay. So I thought, well, this is what I'll do. When you buy these albums, they do not come with the sleeves. Don't forget to grab some sleeves. And I also grabbed these reinforcers because on the post albums, I tend to make them really thick, and in that case, you do need to kind of reinforce the inside. So, where you find the albums, page 71 of our May to August 2026 catalog. And the D-ring 12 by 12 is 43. The post album, it's a 1.5 inch post album. That's also 43. These two albums use the same sleeves. So they sell two different kinds of sleeves. They sell a top load one, which is the one that I use. It has 3 holes for your binder or post album, and then you load the pages from the top. And they also sell the 12 by 12 strap side load ones, like Close to My Heart might have had those kind of albums. I know Creative Memory has the strap albums, so those work great. And then they have a 6x8 album. So if you're intimidated by scrapbooking and you want to do a smaller album, start with the 6x8. You can do a full page scrap or get this variety pack. So it comes with full pages and some photo sleeves. So I also have some photo sleeves that I bought from another company. We don't have them. Actually, they might be Stampin' Up from when we had them before. It's been a long time since I've done scrapbooking, because when I moved, I put it all away, and 8 years later, I'm trying to figure it out, right? So I'm just going to take out a handful. Now, you might think this is a little expensive, the page protectors. You get 30 in the pack. And did I see what that price was? Let me see here, page 71. $30. You get 25. So just a little over $1 a piece. But let me tell you, these have got some thickness to them. They are beautiful. So, you know, it's one of those things, you get what you pay for. So what I am going to do is, I had these on my display board downstairs. So I'm going to take them out of that. See, my display board ones have the little hole so I can hang my pages to show people what I'm working on. And where's the other one? Not all of them are in these kind of things, I don't think. So see, this is, I was talking about how random my scrapping is. This is my son's graduation from college in 2019. And I just did it. I used the Outdoor Adventures leftover pieces kit. The Outdoor Adventures kit of my leftover pieces. So I am going to just put these together in my album randomly. Now I'm not going to do anything back to back, because I want to be able to move them right to my book. So on a 2-page spread, my page is going to look like that. And I don't care that I'm going to do 2019 and then I'm going to do 2016, because I can just take this right out. And that's my organizational tip for you. So this is my mom's birthday last June, I mean. Oh, how wonderful, Donna, to do the scrapping of your son's wedding. That's awesome. Hopefully you didn't have a lot of rain on Sunday. I know the weather was in and out last weekend. Okay, so this is my right hand side, and it seems like I'm wasting my page dividers, but I'm really not, because I'm going to just move them where into the album. I have a post album ready to go. But I didn't want to put 2019 pictures with my 2025, because what if I scrap 2020? To move the post ones, you have to take them out of the sleeve and like kind of insert. You can open the book, and I've done that many times. And it's just rearranging the pages is a lot easier in the D-ring. So there's my 2-page spread for my mom's birthday. Put that over there. And I'm not using the back of it because I want to be able to just take the pages out. Okay, so here are some of the current ones that I'm working on. These are the on stage. This was our jammy time. Oh my God, that was so funny. I don't know what Marissa and I were doing in that picture. We're totally goofing off. The beach day. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. So I've got this. I think I have one more of these done, but I don't know where it is, so we will just move on. They're so thick. I forget what mil these are. They might be 3 or 5 mil pages. And let me tell you, the ones you buy at a box store are not going to be like that. They're quite a bit thinner. Now on this grouping, I will do back to back because it's all the same layout or the same event. So when I move them, I'm going to move all the pages together. Whoops, I put that on the wrong side. All right, this one was on the wrong side. This is right. Okay. So we have that, and then I'm gonna, on the back side, I'm gonna put our jammy time. I can't believe it's been already a couple months since on stage. That was so fun. My friend Debbie Frank is here. Hi, Debbie. Debbie also has a YouTube channel, and that's called Frankly Stamping. And Debbie and I collaborate on Paper Pumpkin craft along once a month for our Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Okay, so let me see here. What did I do? This is the beach. Here's the other beach one. So let me put that in the book. That's page. That's the left. This is the right. So then I have this one. Right now, the Stampin' Up incentive earners are on the Alaskan trip. That was my first incentive trip I ever went on back in 2004. Okay, so now I have another 2019 page, and I don't know if I have a match to this one. Oops, a mate, I mean. So that's gonna go right in. I don't think I do. This will probably be like a cover, or that can be like the cover page to it. And so if you ever end up with an odd number, so I turn the page, I don't have anything, you can use designer paper behind it. So if I had this, let me shut this book here. So if I had it like this, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do congratulations, David, right? Then I have this blank page, pretend this was in the right section. I can either do another one-page layout, or just put in a photo sleeve, or some 3D paraphernalia, remembrance things, or just a piece of designer paper. That's what I've done many times. So go ahead and put this back. So this has been on my list to do for quite a while, guys. So then I have these pages that I haven't done anything with. I'm going to put those at the back of this album. Oh, I'm back to a wedding picture. And I did put Heidi and Chris's pictures in their own album. So I have this one. We're getting ready. The groom's getting ready. We're going to the island, the ceremony. And now it's the family pictures, and this is as far as I've gotten So I did one side of the family photos, and I just lightly tacked them because I wasn't sure if that was exactly how. So this is a post album, and see how if I want to rearrange the pages, I got to unscrew it and do that. But I'm going to just organize with the D-ring. Now I don't use D-ring one so I as much because it's this wide, and if you don't fill all the pages, I don't like how it fits on my shelf kind of on a pie slice, versus the post album is always straight no matter how many pages you have in it, because it expands on the spine as your pages expand. So here's some more of my on stage, so let's go ahead and put these in. So I print all different size photos. Sometimes what I have done is I print like 4x6 or 3.5x5, and I try not to zoom them in so that I can then cut them down again. So this was one of my flip-flaps. As I was jumping up and down, look, my foot did leave the ground there. So I have to modify my page protector here, but I was going to wait until I'm all the way done and go ahead and do that. So I've still got my Prize Patrol and just a bunch of friend pictures, which I may just put in the photo sleeves and not scrap those, but I'm going to scrap my Prize Patrol. Oh, look, some more of my kit. So see what I mean? You've got to keep your stuff together. So, and a piece of the white willow that went with that. Oh, I'm so, this has been all over my spare bed to the point where I haven't even unpacked my on-stage bag, and all my swaps are over there because I can't get to them. They got buried by the scrapbooking mess. Okay, so now I've got, oh, these are honeymoon pictures, but I'm not going to put them in their album yet. I'm going to put them in here because I'm not to that point of scrapping yet. So when I move them over to the post album, then that's where they're going to be at. But this is a case where I can do back to back again because it's the same event. I'm going to grab a couple of these. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Oh yeah, that's right. Debbie says you can write a letter and add it to the back for the, I'm just trying to find my matching pages. See, I haven't even finished. I didn't, oh, because I need my daughter to tell me where they were. This is France and this is Italy, so I know that. Let's see here. This is Italy. This was also France. So I am going to do this one first. So I have my 2-page spread. And I'm pretty sure, yep, I've got the, so this was like where they stayed, but we'll put that after. So I can have my 2-page spread here. So pretty. They went from snow and hiking in the mountains to the beach. So I told my daughter that I was scrapping her album, and she goes, oh, I thought I said you didn't need to do that. And I said, no, it's for me. Oh, okay. She didn't want me to scrap it and give it to her. So, no, this is mine. I mean, if she sees it and she says, hey, I really like that, then I'll be glad to give it to her or start a new one. I certainly have lots of photos, and since I use the kits, it'd be no big deal at all to shift the pages around. Okay, so I'm just looking. Oh, see, I've got, these are some more of the pages. Okay, I think that's all right. All right, so now I put my empties right here. Let me get organized so I can show you guys organization. I don't know if you really want to take organizational tips from me when I am so... Donna, I buy all the kits because I'm eventually going to scrap them. I've got photos from the past, so some of them are, you know, I've got like the bee ones, and this wedding for Heidi was the Currently Loving kit, which is still available, and it was also the honeymoon one were from the Outdoor Adventures one, which is part of this one. So now these are our Grand Canyon pictures from January of 2025. You see how I'm just skipping all around on my scrapbooking? But when you do that, it kind of keeps it fresh and fun, you know? And I did all of the pictures that I wanted to on this this trip. So once this album is done, these will be put, I mean, they're totally done. So I've got a couple more pages. I just have to put them back in. And so I learned something with my mom. So she had a couple of photo albums, and wow, several years ago, she went through all the albums and labeled the people in the pictures. First, she didn't take them out. I think she changed her albums into pocket sleeves because hers were the old black page ones, and they didn't have any sleeve protectors. So, oh, that's a different page. So, when now when we were packing up, you know, we came across all the albums, and since they're all labeled, my mom has been going through and totally enjoying seeing her family, and it was great that she did that. So I'm just matching these up. This page goes to that page. So this was our beginning, and then this was on the walk. You get to hike the outer rim. That one went with that. Nope, that went with this one. And then these went together. Okay. So now I'm going to put them in my sleeves. And like I said, I can go back to back because I'm going to just take them out and put them. Back in the day when I had each of, when I had the kids and I took a bazillion kid pictures and stuff, I had an album for every year. Well, now I don't, and I don't need one. I just scrap a few of the events of the year and put them together. Like an album now might be 3 or 4 years because I don't need as many photos. Nobody wants them in my family, so they say right now, but after watching my mom enjoy what she's been doing, then I want to make sure I have the names of the people and where we were and the year. So I've got Kathy and David, and we're at the Grand Canyon Desert View bookstore, and then over here I have the date. And this one too, I have the date written at the bottom. And I've named my people. My people. So the kits also do 3 2-page layouts. So you can use them for one event or 3 different events if you wanted to do, you know, 2-page layouts. I always do 2-page layouts because to me, I like to open the album and see, and lay it flat and see see the whole thing together like this. Okay, and one of these. Now that I have this 3 D-ring album, this is how, as I scrap now, I will be putting them in here so that I'm ready for when I finish and put them in my permanent album. But in the meantime, you know, my husband really likes to look at the books, so he can do that. And I did Heidi's marathons. She runs the marathons, and so Lake Placid was her first one. Burlington was her second. And she's done the New York a couple times. All right, let me grab some more of my sleeves. So I'm glad that they gave us all these sleeves because I need a lot. I didn't realize how many pages and events I have done so far. I started this scrapbooking last year. So yeah, last year. And so I am very pleased with my progress, even though it's you know, kind of random. So like, even though these marathons might be for 2017 and 2018, I'm going to put them all together so it shows Heidi's marathons. So this is the Brooklyn half. That's a half marathon. And I don't have to journal it because it has Brooklyn half 2019. Pretty cool. And then after we went to Coney Island. So, and we rode the Ferris wheel. So that was great. And then she's done the New York Marathon twice. And I have to just get those photos in. Okay, and guess what? As I'm scrapping, I found David's second page of his graduation. Remember how I had that odd one? Let's see, where did it go? Must be towards the front. Right here. There I have it. Did I put those in the right? You know what? I've got my pages mixed up. So this with the checkerboard goes with this page. And so if I did that and do that, I like that. Well, I already got that on this same page. So let's just change this one to the other side. So that goes like that. And then this goes like that. So where's my sleeve? Okay, so this one here, I'm gonna switch my page because I want David on the left and then the pictures on the right. Look at how cute this making a pennon is. This is from the kit. It's just that I used the Outdoor Weekend Adventures kit, which is the same kit that I used on my Grand Canyon pictures, but don't they look totally different, the pages? This was my invitation for David. I should try to do a flip-flap with that. So I might, or I could just have it open. So this goes over here. I could just cut the sleeve so that this just opens up. That cutting the sleeve is going to make me really nervous. How about you guys? The Grand Canyon, I was shocked at the photos that my phone took. They were awesome. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what I got left. So now, oh, I've gotten to the bottom of my kit. So these are more pages that I have ready to go. Oh, it was exploring. Yeah, no, this is a different kit. Exploring nature. But here's the kit I was using to make my pages. So I have, do I have any more photos in here? So I have all my cut pieces and all my extra doodads. Looks like I have one more page to do from that kit. And this is my daughter's invitation that I made. So that's going to go in. So this is the rest of the Currently Loving that I have to do. And I have like her dinner menu and stuff. So this is where I'll know that I need to pick up where I left off. So this kit here is just available. And this is my wedding kit. So I have, and then I have these, all these extra pages already put together that I wanted to, because really if I have photos that will work on these will be great. So I put these together just like the kit. And so now what I do is I do everything except placing my photos. Well, actually, when I do them ahead, I'm not going to put on my doodads anymore because that way I can move. These stickers have some stick to them. And so, you know, now like I'm going to have to trim my photos down to fit this. And that's fine for this one, but I just wouldn't want to do it like that for all of them. So I'm going to just put these together in some extra sleeves. I tried to, I have 12 by 12 boxes that I keep my card making stuff in as I'm getting ready for my class. But I found that these pages are 12 by 12. So I needed a box that is, you know, Donna, any of the kits are great. There's some new ones in our catalog. I'll show you that in just one second here. And then these other ones, not this Christmas one was on the last chance, but look on the last chance too, because some of those are they're discounted right now. So you can actually get some scrapbooking kits at a discount. So that's a great way to save some money. And there's nothing to say you can't get two of the same kit and use them either all on the same event if you have that many photos, or use them on different events. Let me grab the last of my sleeves. I'm going to need to get another pack of these. And actually, yes, because I have some cheaper ones that I could use for my fake pages, but then I'd have to take them out of the top again and transfer them over. So why not just use the nice photo page holders to begin with? All right, one more and then I'll be done with this thing here. Let me put this one on this side. So the first thing when you are trying to get organized is separating your photos. And I have some of those photo books, and I made like they had the tabs with them. If they don't have the tabs, I stuck an index card in that just briefly said Heidi's Dance Recital 2008, Amy's Spelling Bee, 2006, so that when I go, whenever I get to it, I will remember. Because back then, when you got your photos developed, they dated the photos for you, which is awesome. Now, the printing services, they print what your phone has for the date. So that's okay. That's totally fine. Okay, and then this last one, and then I will shut this book and be done with this for right now. I want to show you I still have the B ones, but I'll do that after. You guys have been very patient watching me get organized. So as I'm showing you my tips, I'm actually doing the tip. Okay, so now I have some blanks in there, and I can even put a little tab, a sticky note coming out of the top saying what they are. So I used almost all of my 25 sleeve holders. So yep, I did. I used all of them. So, and I've got one. Nope, I don't even have any extra. Whoops, but I do want to move these because these are finished pages. Move them in front of the ones that don't have any pictures. And when I actually use them, then I'm going to cut how many protectors I have in half, because then I'll double them up. Hope that makes sense. So this is what the album looks like. And see how it's still, like, it doesn't fit on the shelf. See, it's wider here than here. And so I typically, because I was doing every year, I wasn't filling my books. Now I'm filling my books. I could keep the D-ring and do it that way. So that's what I might do. I might switch it up. Okay, so let me grab the catalog again and show you the scrapbooking kits that we have. All right. Heirloom Boutique is a beautiful kit. Let me bring this down a little closer. This is a beautiful kit with the hydrangea hue, some delicate florals. This would be lovely for the wedding, any wedding. So you can get, each kit comes with 9 sheets of designer paper, 5 sheets of two-tone cardstock, 3 sheets of stickers and pre-cut images, 2 sheets of white willow, the step-by-step instructions, and the photo placeholder. Then you can also get just the 12 by 12 with the sticker sheet, 1 sticker sheet, not the die cuts, okay? And you can also get the 12 by 12. So what I like to do is get the kit and then get the corresponding two-tone cardstock pack, because you end up with a lot of extras, and then you've got your two-tone right there that you can add the strips and scraps to. So that's one of them, Heirloom Boutique. Life in Bloom is another one. Oh, they even have a wedding example on here, right there. So this is it's green and purple, pretty peacock, really pretty, vibrant colors. And so again, 9 sheets of designer paper, 3 sheets of stickers and pre-cut cutouts, 5 sheets of two-tone cardstock. This one has 1 sheet of white willow, and it looks like it's probably to cut up. There's no, sometimes when there's 2, that sometimes means that one of the pages might, see this one here has all that white around it. That's why there's 2. So, and then Beautiful Ordinary Life. This is an awesome kit for any occasion. It's got soft pastel colors and mixed in with some reds and oranges, so you can do sunset pictures, very cotton candy-ish pictures with the pastels, butterflies, you know, all of that. So this is like kind of one of those catch-all scrapbooking kits. And then don't forget to check out the last chance list for don't forget to check out the last chance list too, to see if there's any kits on there at a discount. So Debbie, I would love to come organize, and then you can come here and help me continue, because as you can see behind me, I have messes everywhere because I'm in a little tiny room and I have a spare bed in here. That's one of the things. Otherwise I could use, there's 2 whole walls I can't use because of the bed and the window. So I use this side, this side over here. It's so funny when you're looking at it backwards. So over here, I go up, and I have to use a step stool to get to. I used all that vertical space. I used the space behind my door. And then this is my closet area right here. And I use the outside and the inside, plus I have more shelves inside. But I like to have the stuff I'm using right at my fingertips. So over here is where my cardstock is that I use. And then down below is where it's a bookcase, so there's a closed door. I have all my photos in the boxes ready to scrapbook when I have time. Maybe after I retire. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Kathy at backyardstamper.com. I'm happy to help you answer any of the questions. And you know, I come back on Sundays for scrapbooking at 10 and Thursday nights at 7 for card making. So, and this Thursday will be a sneak peek of the cards that we'll be making in the class, my in-person class on June 13th. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you found these tips to be helpful, and please share your tips on organization in the comments, because we can all learn from each other. That's the beauty of crafting together, is, you know, one person doesn't hold all the answers. It's really a community, so we learn from each other all the time. So thanks again. Happy Sunday, everyone.